I want to talk about Seth Rollins first. The fact that he came out there without crutches, he made it out there on his own power, he got in the ring wearing a knee brace, those are all good signs to me. Those are all good signs. It is not within the realm of WWE to go out there and be open and honest with their fan base. They don't know how to. They don't know how to. WWE, you got to understand something about the WWE. If they could take the opportunity to rib the fans, they will, no matter who's in charge. No matter who's in charge. First of all, it's none of our business how badly Seth Rollins is injured, number one. Number two, if WWE could embellish a little bit to tell a greater story, they will, especially Triple H. If they could embellish to tell a greater story, then they will do that. We don't know. Is Rollins hurt? Yes, he is. Is Rollins going to be wrestling anytime soon? No, he will not. Is he as badly injured as they made it out to be, as social media made it out to be? We don't know. And that's the great thing about this. We don't know. I don't want a situation where Rollins rehabs, gets better, and goes to WrestleMania and then re-injures himself badly to a point where he's going to be out longer than 3 to 4 months. I do not want that to happen. I think we should avoid that by all costs. But if Seth and his doctors and WWE's medical staff deem him ready to go for WrestleMania, then I think we should trust all of those men and women involved in making Rollins get to that decision. Nobody knows Seth Rollins better than Seth Rollins. If he feels like he could go, he's going to go. Rollins has been champion for 240 days. Rollins is the workhorse champion. Rollins' mission statement was to make this championship the title that we need in the absence of Roman Reigns, who only has how many defenses last year? 5? Give or take. We have an absentee champion on SmackDown. Rollins made it a mission statement to make this championship mean more than a lot of people gave credit for. And he's done that. Whether you like Rollins or not, whether you think he's flamboyant and just out there, bizarre with his character, who gives a shit? Is Seth Rollins a great wrestler? Absolutely. Is Seth Rollins a great champion? Absolutely. Has Seth Rollins put everything into this title reign? Absolutely. He seemingly has gotten better as the reign got longer. And he's about to hit the pinnacle with what happens at WrestleMania. This couldn't have come at a worse time. But again, I have to stress to you guys, we don't know. We don't know. But what I don't want to have happen is him wrestling a Gunther or him wrestling a CM Punk and him blowing his knee out completely where it's going to be 8 to 9 months, 9 to 12 months, 12 to 18 months. We don't want that. He doesn't deserve that. And neither does his opponent or the World Championship. The fact that Gunther was out there, it proves a few things. One, this was the original plan. Seth Rollins versus Gunther was the original plan for WrestleMania. I don't know where things got thrown out of whack. Again, I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you who's going to win the Royal Rumble. I can't. And I love that. It's either Cody or Punk. But why can't it be Gunther? Why can't it be Gunther? The only reason why I don't think it would be Gunther is because I feel like Gunther is going to be in the ring at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar. I think that's the end goal here for Gunther before he moves on to the World Championship. Now, WWE could absolutely have Gunther win the Royal Rumble, and we don't even do the Brock Lesnar match at all. And maybe they save that for Saudi. Maybe they save that for Bash at Berlin. Maybe they save that for SummerSlam. I don't know. But if Rollins mentioned that he's going to be out 3 to 4 months, he's eventually going to need to get surgery. I can't imagine this is going to be an injury where he just goes through rehab and it's just magically going to go away. Why would you not want to get surgery to repair an injury like this and operate at 60%, 65%, or however many percent, instead of getting surgery and operating at 100%. The only reason why he's not opting to get surgery now is because this championship means too much to him. This is his one opportunity to main event WrestleMania, and he's not going to let anything stop him. Rollins will get to WrestleMania on one leg if he has to. But WWE threw Gunther out there for one reason and one reason only, and they want to cast doubt over everybody watching this show, over what's going to happen in the Royal Rumble, because everybody's thinking Punk or Cody. But do we need Brock Lesnar and Gunther at WrestleMania? The stage is set for it. It's obviously a WrestleMania match that I think a lot of people want to see. Gunther beating Lesnar would be fucking unbelievable. But what if Gunther wins the Royal Rumble, and with Rollins mentioning that he needs surgery out 3 to 4 months, do we want to see CM Punk hold the championship? I don't know. I don't know what the likelihood is there. Think about it. Just think about it from a perspective of looking at things head on. Perception is everything. It truly is in this case. If we do Punk and Rollins, which I know, listen, I want to see it too. I know you want to see it. But if we do Punk and Rollins at WrestleMania in the main event, is Seth Rollins going to drop that title to CM Punk? Does CM Punk deserve to be the recipient of Seth Rollins' title reign because of this asterisk now? He's got an injury. Oh, we're going to drop the title to CM Punk. Yeah, CM Punk deserves the world championship. Perception is everything, folks. Or can we wait on Punk and Rollins, give Rollins his main event, and have him drop it to somebody that is absolutely at the top of his game, in his prime, one of the best pro wrestlers on the face of this earth, who deserves it more than anybody for the body of work he's put in over the last year and a half? I want you to think about perception here. Everybody's going to go, oh, Punk should win the Royal Rumble. Cody should win the Royal Rumble. Those are two solid options. I'm not telling you that you're wrong there, because I went back and forth on this myself. Right now, my number one is CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble. Cody can win the Chamber. If Punk wins the Chamber and Cody wins the Rumble, that's what we are expecting to happen. But I have to ask you, who deserves it? Punk. Does Punk need the world championship? Sure, that's his story. Does he need to main event WrestleMania? Sure, that's his story. Is this the last WrestleMania that Punk will have? No. Punk just got here. Punk has not wrestled a wrestling match in the WWE outside of a house show match with Dominic Mysterio. Look at it head on. If WWE needs Rollins to go get surgery, is it right for them to drop the title off of Rollins? Is it right? Is it something that Rollins wants to do? Yeah, we'll drop it to Punk. Doesn't really set a good precedent there. It doesn't. I would much rather him drop the title to Gunther. Now, Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion. I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say it again and again and again and again until I beat it into your head. A lot of people tend to think that Gunther dropping the Intercontinental Championship is a bad move. I could see your argument there. I could. But I hear rumblings of, oh, well, maybe this New Day Imperium feud is going to bring Big E back, and Big E could win the Intercontinental Championship. I would be all for that to happen. But I mean, you're wishing upon a fucking star if Big E is going to be in the Royal Rumble and then him being set up for a match against Gunther at WrestleMania. Again, you're speaking in what ifs here. That's great to fantasy book. Listen, I would love to see that happen. Is there anybody else on the roster that I'd love to see take down Gunther and end his reign? On Monday Night Raw, there is nobody. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can give me whoever the fuck you want. Bronson Reed? No. Ricochet? No. Chad Gable? No. Ivar? No. The Miz? No. There is nobody on Monday Night Raw that is worth the time of day to take that title off of Gunther. If Gunther wins the World Heavyweight Championship while also still being the Intercontinental Championship, him relinquishing the Intercontinental Championship is not that bad of a move. It's not. We've done that before in the past. Why can't we do that here? We'd be looking at a modern-day Hulk Hogan versus, it's not going to really be as big. You're going to be looking at a modern-day Hulk Hogan, WWF champion, against Ultimate Warrior, Intercontinental champion, in the Sky Dome at WrestleMania 6. Why can't Gunther win the World Heavyweight Championship like the Ultimate Warrior did from Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6 and be a double champion, only to then drop the Intercontinental Championship because that's the one that he deserves most. And there's nothing else that he could do with that IC title. I don't know. I don't know why people have a problem with that. Oh, Gunther should drop the IC title. Yeah, that's great. But there's nobody that is worthy of being in the same ring as him. That's the problem. Or why don't you want Gunther to be defeated? He should pass that torch to somebody else. Nobody deserves it. As far as I'm concerned, Gunther should remain undefeated until he loses the championship, the World Heavyweight Championship clean. He's been undefeated for 600 days. Imagine he goes this entire year going into next year's WrestleMania undefeated. It will mirror his NXT UK Championship title reign. Remember when he was defeated by Ilya Dragunov for that title? How big of a moment that was? Shocked. That's what we're aiming for. That's what we're aiming for. But the recipient will cross that bridge when we get there. But I have to ask you guys to look at this head on. Gunther should not lose. No. Gunther should not lose. Punk could win the Rumble. We could get Punk and Rollins, and everything that I mentioned here is out the fucking window. Cody could win the Rumble. Challenges Roman Reigns. He's on his way to finishing his story. Punk gets the chamber. He challenges Rollins at WrestleMania. We go with the original plan. But the reason why they send Gunther out there is to throw a wrench into everybody's line of thinking. Gunther should win the Royal Rumble just based off the fucking body of work that he's given us over the last 600 days. And if Rollins needs surgery and he's going to be off TV and we're not going to get the Punk and Rollins match imminently anyway because they want to wait till he's 100%, so why not give Gunther the championship and then we do Rollins and Punk without the title on the line and put it on at SummerSlam? I don't get it. Rollins, Punk at SummerSlam, Cody, Orton at SummerSlam, whatever Reigns wants to do at SummerSlam, whatever. Don't know. But I want you guys to look at it head on. The Rumble now looks even more unpredictable. And we may still end up getting Lesnar versus Gunther at WrestleMania. We don't know. But I found that Rollins, doctors are telling me I'm going to be out 3 to 4 months. Rollins is going to rehab. Rollins is going to pretend he's Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 14. His back was fucked up. His back was fucked up against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Finished the match, though. What happened after that? He elected to get surgery. Stone Cold was the man. He was the guy that they belted, and he took off from there. Literally the same thing could happen here with Rollins rehabbing, good enough to wrestle. Gunther dominates. We crown a new champion, and Gunther relinquishes the IC title on Monday. Tournament to be crowned at Backlash. Listen, it makes for a great discussion. We'll see what happens. I thought this was a tremendous segment.